Kirk, it's Emily. Mrs. Scott said yes. She wants us to have the house, and all we need is $35,000 down payment.
$35,000? Emily, a bank might do something like that, but not a private homeowner.
Well, it's true. She just told me. We can buy it soon, which means we can start living there in just a little while.
Well, that's impossible, Emily. There's a catch. There has to be a catch.
Kirk, there isn't any catch.
Mrs. Michaels, maybe I should speak to your husband.
Oh, would you? Thank you. Hold on, Kirk.
Hello, Mr. Michaels. This is April Scott. Hello? Mr. Michaels, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I just wanted to let you know that there's really nothing more to my offer other than what I told your wife. I really want the two of you to have the house. As a matter of fact, I really can't think of anyone I'd want to sell it to more.
The other buyer.
No, I'm not interested in any other buyer. I want you to try to understand something. I'm very sentimental about the house and about who lives in it. And this is one of those cases where money is no object. I think I've worked out a very reasonable payment schedule with your wife, and, well, you might as well pay me as you would a bank.
We're not settled.
Well, that's all right. I hope you don't mind, but your wife did tell me that you've been ill. And, well, if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them if you'd like to come up at some time. Is that all right with you, Mr. Michaels? Hello? Are you still there? I'm not sure. I may have fainted or something.
Kirk? Kirk, are you there? Are you all right?
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I guess I got dizzy talking to Mrs. Scott. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, I'll be home in less than an hour, and then we can celebrate, okay? Good. Bye-bye. He's really stunned. I guess he can't believe that our dream could come true so quickly. I can't either.
Mrs. Michaels, what is the name of the hotel you said you were staying in?
Oh, well, it's a motel, actually. It's the Fairview Motel on Route 35. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it.
No, I haven't. But it doesn't sound too comfy.
Well, it's anything but that. But we decided to stay there rather than at some expensive hotel in the city because we just didn't know how long it was going to take us to find a permanent home. We really have to watch our money.
Well, it seems kind of pointless to me for you to be paying money at a motel when the house up in Oakdale is empty.
But the sale isn't official yet. We have to have lawyers and a closing and all that. I'm not really experienced in buying a house.
Well, neither am I. I mean, I've only bought one. This is the first one I'm selling. And yes, there are definitely some legal formalities, but I don't see why that should keep you and your husband from moving in.
You don't really mean that. You mean we could move in right away, today?
Sure, why not? For heaven's
Oh.
sake? I mean, the house is empty. And when you come to think of it, an empty house isn't safe. I mean, it's an open invitation to burglars.
No,
and
you can't
vandals.
go on like this. This dream is just getting better and better. I'm afraid I'm going to wake up and find myself in the Fairview Motel.
Oh, Mrs. Mike. Would you mind if I called you Emily? I mean, Mrs. Michaels is just so formal.
Please do.
April.
Okay, April.
Emily, I insist that you and your husband move into that house just as soon as possible. And since I really thought I was going to feel this way, I just happen to have brought the keys, and they're right over here.
Oh, gosh, wait till Kirk hears about this. He's going to be so happy. You don't know what you've done for us. It's going to be like a new beginning. You see, my husband really has been ill. He was in a serious accident.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Well, he wasn't seriously hurt, but he does have a concussion, and, well, it affected his memory somewhat. It makes him very shy around people. That's why I couldn't get him to come here today. Well, I think if we own our own house, it might will bring him out of himself again.
Well, look, I don't want you to worry at all about his not being here. And I still definitely want to meet him, but, well, we'll just wait until he's ready.
You know, I don't feel right about this, our moving in without your having met Kirk. You're just going to have to take my word for it that he's really a wonderful man.
I think I can do that, judging from the woman you married.
Thank you. I guess I better be going.
Oh, do your keys.
Ah, thank you very much.
Oh, excuse me, please. Hello? Yeah, Oscar. Oh, good. Send her up. Thanks. That, it's my babysitter.
Does that mean that you're going out?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am going out for dinner. First time since, since I moved in here.
Something tells me that we're both having a very special day.
Well, do you agree to that, then?
Well, I don't know. Let me give it some thought, and I'll make a decision on that by the first of the week.
Okay, fine.
Oh, have you seen these?
No.
Some very nice comments on our new promos. Apparently, the puppets are a big success.
Wonderful. Have you told Kelly?
Well, there hasn't been a flood of mail, really, just a few, but they're very complimentary.
Fantastic. Well, you know, it's really too bad we can't use them on a regular basis.
I'm afraid we don't have the budget for that sort of thing, except for an occasional public service program. We really can't do much in the way of original programming.
Oh, I know. But anyway, Kelly has got a job.
Oh? Where?
Well, Nancy tells me that he's working at the Unicorn of all places.
Elliot Dorn's place.
Yeah, Elliot Dorn's disco. Kelly has some sort of experience with that kind of operation. He's going to be running lights and sound.
Well, at least he'll be surrounded by young people. I assume that's who frequents those places.
Well, sure, but, you know, you don't have to be a teenager to enjoy disco, Geraldine. We should really get you out on that dance floor one of these nights.
My dear, you'd better bring a photographer. You might get an exclusive story on a natural disaster. Have you and Miles been there yet?
Oh, no. Oh, that reminds me, what I wanted to ask you earlier. I wondered, can I get a little time off? Miles and I want to go away for a few days.
Well, praise heaven. You finally persuaded Miles to take a vacation.
He persuaded me. I'm glad he did, too. It's going to be our first time alone together in months.
I think it's a wonderful idea. When will you go?
Well, if it's all right with you, we'd like to leave Wednesday early and come back late Sunday.
Oh, my dear, that's fine with me. I just wish you had more time. And where will you go?
Palace Park. It's really pretty this time of year. And it's not very crowded. You know, it is later.
Palace Park. I remember the last time you and Miles went there. It was the same weekend that Logan and Raven went.
And Elliot Dorn.
Yes. And Elliot Dorn. I don't think Logan has been away since then. He really could use a vacation.
Well, I'm sure he deserves it.
I suppose he's told you about his dinner date this evening.
No?
I just thought maybe April had mentioned it to you. He's invited her to dinner, and she's accepted.
Yeah, she did tell me.
I think it's time that April got out into the world again, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. And she couldn't have chosen a better escort. Logan has been a very good friend to her.
Yes, indeed. A very good friend.
Yes, I'm certain that Mr. Peterson died of natural causes, although having met Mrs. Peterson, I'm not quite certain about the definition natural.
I think I know what you mean. However, there is nothing on the books regarding nagging in the first degree.
I do know there is a theory about one's spouse being able to lengthen or shorten one's life, depending on whether or not your marriage is a good one or a bad one.
I guess that means you could live to be 100.
Not if I keep drinking your coffee, I can't. No, look, I'm going to leave you alone. I'll give you a written report in a day or two, all right?
Are you in a rush, Miles?
No, not especially. Why?
Tell you the truth, I wanted to talk to you about more than just Peterson.
Oh, all right. What's on your mind?
It's a personal question.
Well, go ahead and ask it.
I suppose you know that I've been seeing Raven Swift socially a few times. Well, more than a few times. I like her. I know a lot of people in this town don't. She's certainly not Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm.
No, that she is not.
Anyway, the point is, I don't understand her relationship to Elliot Dorn. They know each other, obviously.
Yeah, I would say they know each other, all right.
She tells me their relationship is strictly a platonic one. Yeah, I found that difficult to believe myself. Am I making you uncomfortable?
No, it's all right. We're friends. We can talk about things like this.
Thanks. I was hoping you'd say that, because frankly, I don't know who else to talk to about this. My only other personal friend in this town is Raven's husband.
Yeah, of course. Well, all right, look, you're not going to like my saying this, but it's always seemed to me that whatever Raven, Jameson, Alexander, Swift had to say ought to always be taken with 2 pounds of salt.
I have finally realized that.
Have you really?
Yes.
Oh, why do you keep seeing her?
Well, I don't mind a little bit of deviousness in an attractive woman.
Are you some kind of a masochist?
I hope not. Oh, Miles, come on. Raven's games are fairly transparent, don't you think? I mean, if she were really clever, if she were able to hide her motivations all the time, then no. Then I wouldn't want to be around her.
So you're willing to put up with all of her games as long as you think you know the rules, is that it?
Does that sound strange? I don't know. I guess maybe so. But, I think I see more in Raven than just a calculating woman.
Of course you do. She's attractive. That's what you see. If she weren't attractive, she wouldn't get away with half the things she gets away with. She gets away with an awful lot more than you think she does. I know you think she's transparent as glass, but I think there's a dark side to that woman. There's an opaque side.
Oh, Miles, come on now. I don't think so. She's just the kind of woman that likes to manipulate her man. To her, it's all a game.
Yeah, and you think you can beat her at it, huh?
No, I didn't say that because I don't think I can. But,
You sound very serious about her. I'll tell you that much.
no, I'm not serious about it.
Well, then it'd be all right for me to tell you, just to stay away from her, that she's hazardous to your health, that if you do go out with her, you are more than likely to get
Miles,
hurt.
I didn't ask for your opinion, okay? I just asked for some information.
Okay, information. All right. Good. Reliable source. I'll give you some information. Elliot Dorn is responsible for the fact that Logan and Raven no longer live together as husband and wife.
You know that for a fact?
Yes, I know that for a fact. I also know for a fact that Raven and Elliot are perfect for each other. So why don't you just let things stand the way they are? Okay. Said you didn't want advice, just want information. All right, here's what happened. Nicole and I and Raven and Logan all went to Palace Park one weekend. We didn't go there together. We just happened to go the same weekend. It's a lovely little resort. It's not too far from town. As a matter of fact, Nicole and I are going there this coming weekend.
I think I've heard of the place. Go on. What happened?
Well, Elliot Dorn was also there that weekend. He was married himself at that time. He was married to Margot Huntington. That was April's mother.
I know.
Well, Margot Huntington couldn't make it that weekend, so Elliot was there on his own. Except he wasn't on his own, if you know what I mean.
Rendezvous?
Absolutely. And right under her husband's nose. See, I think she got a little extra added kick out of the fact that Logan was so nearby during all of this. By the way, Logan didn't find him there that weekend. He discovered them later. And when he did, finally, he did the sensible thing, threw her out, and she reacted in the typical Raven fashion. She bundled up the baby and dumped him right into the laps of April and Draper. I think that was her way of getting back at Logan.
So that's when the famous letter appeared.
Yes. The letter that Raven so cleverly made disappear. She's quite a magician, that lady. If you're not careful, Derek, she's going to make your good sense disappear, too.
Sign is the first thing to go. Can you believe it? Can you really believe it?
Still feeling sort of numb.
I think it's going to be a very long time before I really believe that this house is ours. It's all ours.
It's not ours. We're just occupying it. We haven't paid a penny for it yet.
But we will be. And soon. There's no question about it. You saw the figures. April Scott sold us this dream house. It's just a question of a few formalities.
I don't understand. She must have lost a lot of money on this transaction.
I don't think money means very much to her at all. You know, it's just as simple as that.
Really loaded.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, rich people don't just give things away just because they're rich.
No, they do it because they want a tax deduction. I'm sorry. Shouldn't speak so badly about Mrs. Scott. She's probably very sympathetic.
Kirk, she is. She really is. She is the warmest, most sympathetic person I've ever met. I liked her the minute I saw her, just like I liked her house. Our house. This is like a dream come true.
Yeah. Except lately, my whole life seems to be just like one big dream.
Not a bad dream. Don't tell me that.
No. Not all of it.
I want to walk around this house and explore every single inch of it. But slowly, very slowly, I want to digest it little by little.
Have you thought about anything for dinner?
Oh, yeah. We will have to eat, won't we? The cupboards are probably completely bare. I don't even know if we have dishes or utensils. I guess my first stop on my investigation ought to be the kitchen.
No. No, I'd rather just sit here quietly and just get used to being where we are.
We're in our own home, and we are finally starting our marriage.
Do you really think so?
Oh, I know it. I knew it from the moment you told me to turn down that certain street, and we ended up right here. It's kind of mystical, don't you think? It seemed as though you knew that this house was here, that it was the place where you and I would be happy.
Mrs. Goodman, I'll get you. Stay with Julia. I'm coming. Hello? Oh. Yes, Oscar, send him up. Damn it. Hi, yourself. Look, Logan, I'm giving you this chance to just forget about the whole thing. No hard feelings at all.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about the fact that I am an emotional and physical wreck.
Well, I like my women distraught and disheveled.
Logan, you're not going to want to be seen in public with me. People are gonna point and laugh.
You're kidding me, right? You are as beautiful as ever. No, take that back. You are more beautiful than ever. Truly. Brought your corsage.
Yeah, this is, Goodman's been here quite a while. She's up with Julie right now.
What'd you think of her?
She's mad about her?
Oh, yeah?
Says she's absolutely the most beautiful baby she has ever worked with, but I'm sure she said the exact same thing about Adam.
Got news for you. She said the same thing about Jamie.
Oh, I don't care. I think she's wonderful. And if Miles and Nicole didn't need her so badly, I'd steal her away.
I feel the same way. Sooner or later, though, you're going to have to see about getting some permanent help.
I know, I suppose so. Just haven't been anywhere, so it hasn't been urgent.
You're going somewhere tonight, aren't you? This is sort of an event for you, isn't it? Too bad you couldn't have gotten Robert Redford.
Well, let's see. I kind of like what I got.
Oh, but it is a special occasion. You're stuck with a stodgy old district attorney, you know?
This stodgy old district attorney happens to be very handsome. And you look wonderful.
It's probably the suit. It's clean, you know. I just got it out of the dryer.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm worried about. How can I go out with a distinguished public figure like yourself feeling and looking the way I do?
You talked me into it. You're hideous. I'm leaving.
What?
Okay, you're gorgeous. I'm staying. April.
Yes.
You're beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Look at my eyes, please. You're beautiful. You always look beautiful to me. I suspect that you always will look beautiful to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks. I needed that. Oh. Friendship.
Oh, I hear that word so often these days. Friend, friendship.
That's what you are. A very good friend.
Very good friend. Well, that's a little better. Step up. On a scale of 1 to 10, I suppose you'd say I was,
7.5.
7.5. Oh,
That's not bad.
not an 8.
Well, look, speaking of numbers, what time is our reservation?
7.5.
Oh, I guess we better get going, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll take these in.
Logan? In all seriousness now, really. Do I look all right?
In all seriousness, you look fine.
My hair, my makeup?
Perfect.
I don't know. I'm not so sure that you can really see from that far away now. Look closely. My eyes?
Perfect.
Both of them?
It's hard to tell which one is more perfect.